And we are back. Sorry about that. OBS decided it was going to have a conniption fit. So,
Technology is a wonderful thing.
it really is. Because it works 100% of the time. Every time. 50% of the time. Um, where were we?
We were.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
Pessimist. Optimistic pessimist. Go ahead and pop that back up. So, as I was saying before OBS shit the bed on me, for people that don't know me, the way I am on camera is not the way I am in real life. I walk around with a constant frown, or as Dad would call it, the Carter smile. Um, the only reason I'm laughing and joking here is the alcohol. Um, that's not even
I,
completely
on the other hand, am an absolute riot all the time.
Oh no, I'm funny. I should be a stand-up comedian. Here's the thing though. I only do crowd work. I'm
I'm
a
a stand-up
stand-up.
comedian that's a stand-up actor.
I, I, I am I am a stand-up comedian that only does crowd work. My jokes are going to be hilarious because I am picking on other people and probably myself. Hopefully, everyone's able to join us back once they realize that something went wrong. Um, so, do you have one off this album that you want to listen to?
Uh, you know, I pretty regularly hear "That's What You Get in Misery Business" on the radio if I'm listening to the radio. So I don't know that there's anyone in particular that
You want to do
uh
number 8 then?
yeah, go for it.
All right. So this would be Crush, 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 which is another one of the more popular ones off this album. And I'm going to say it again. This was written by like 16, 17-year-olds because Haley Williams, the entire band really, would have been like 16, 17 years old.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a real drastic change. So the next album, I believe, is their self-titled album. However,
Okay.
because Pandora can't get its years straight, I am not sure. I am not as familiar with this album, mind you. That this is also the deluxe version, so there's like 30 songs on this. I have a favorite. So there is a guest vocalist on this one who is in another band. I mean, you can already see it, so I'm really telling them. Who is in another band called the Civil Wars, or was in another band called the Civil Wars. I don't think the Civil Wars are a thing anymore. And she is one of the most amazing vocalists I have ever heard. And having her and Haley Williams on the same song, it's like having I'm trying to find a good comparison for it. Two extremely good guitarists, like world renowned.
Uh, I mean, I was going to say Vi and Satch, but it seems like I might be.
You'd be alone on that one. Um,
Yeah.
okay, okay, I've got it. It would be like having Maynard and Rob Thomas on the same track,
Uh, that's a wild crossover.
and so is this,
Okay.
because the Civil Wars are not a rock band. They are, I mean, I guess you could call them a rock band, but I wouldn't. They are like the slowest, bulkiest music you can get.
Huh.
The voice that is not Haley's, and you'll see why I'm saying that
I'm not impressed, but
as soon as it decides it's gonna play.
There is not a single word in the whole world that could describe the hurt. The dullest knife just sawing back and forth and ripping through the softest skin there ever was. How are you to know?
She was kind of way in the back. You could really only hear her on the choruses.
Uh, but but that's okay. Sometimes the mark of being a good vocalist is knowing when to let others shine, right?
Yes.
That's the mark of any good musician.
I've done background vocals for other musicians, and that's kind of my thing. Nah, it's your show. I'm just here. But let me add a little texture.
Um, as as much as I am not generally a fan of one of these, um, Aaron Lewis playing outside live and acoustic in Biloxi, and Fred Durst is on stage with him for moral support.
By
Because
moral
Aaron
support,
Lewis
you
was
mean relevance?
no. Aaron Lewis was legitimately nervous about performing outside by himself without,
Fair.
staying behind him. Um, and so Fred, you know, uh, as a friend, came out, be out there with him while, he was performing, so he wasn't on stage alone, right? That, that fixes the problem, right? Now you're not out here alone. Um, and so
I,
uh,
I,
it's Aaron Lewis, hey, except for the bridge, or maybe the intro, I think it is. Sorry, where Durst gets on the microphone. He's like, "Biloxi, I'm feeling those lighters."
yeah.
It's like, Fred, shut the fuck up.
Unironically, Fred Durst is not a bad vocalist. don't don't
uh,
don't get me wrong. Not big on Limp Bizkit.
I still wish we lived in the timeline where Shaggy Two Dope was successful in drop kicking him off the stage.
Uh, I'm not going to disagree with that. However,
and,
unironically,
and not as any ill will towards anybody, just because that would have been so much funnier.
right? I see cousin Richard has joined us. For some reason, your audio is muted right now.
No, I
Um.
know. I know it is.
Okay.
I just want to let you two talk first. I didn't want to interrupt.
Um.
Excuse me.
So we missed it somehow. The only exception is another great Paramore song. However, that is on a different album.
No, I fully expected you to play the live one since we were there.
Or maybe I have a plan for it later. Shh.
Seems sexual.
Just maybe. Um, I love the description here. We know. Paramore isn't just Haley Williams. Haley Williams is the only original member of Paramore that has been in Paramore the entire time.
Uh, right, okay. That does sort of make it seem like she's the band.
That'd be like Guns N' Roses without Slash, or Metallica without.
But as we know, Slash isn't the original guitarist in Guns N' Roses, and that's why it's called Guns N' Roses, not,
No,
Slash and Roses.
no, no.
It was Tracy Guns and Axl Rose, hence Guns N' Roses.
And it was also a mashup of two already established bands,
Okay. Yeah, you're
LA
right.
Guns and Hollywood Roses.
Yeah, you're right. We did talk about this.
Yes.
For those of you who are unfamiliar, go back and you can hear us talk about this exact thing.
When we did our Slash episode. For those who just want the quick recap, me and Cole both grew up on Guns N' Roses. Our mom was a big Guns N' Roses fan. And it being a big Guns N' Roses fan, she is also going to be the first one to tell you, yeah, Axl Rose is kind of an asshole.
Kind of.
I'm downplaying
Yeah.
it. Um, not sure when this album was released. Thank you, Pandora. However,
Actually, one was 2017. They got this one right.
that's surprising. Um, Unfortunately, I only know one song off of this album, and that's number one.
It's hard times.
Yeah,
Um,
which I I actually do like this one.
this might actually be my favorite Paramore song.
I like it when she does it live because she throws another song in there, and I'm kind of hoping that
Huh.
this version does that. We will touch on that if I'm able to get opera up and going, and we do a couple of shorts.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you what the other song is. You'll know it because I know it.
Uh,
It's
there
a
was
it's
also I saw somewhere in your Pandora, David Byrne does a cover of Paramore's "Hard Times."
I saw that too. We might look at that, but first,
You
hard times.
right?
All that I want is to wake up fine. Tell me that I'm alright, that I ain't gonna die. All that I want is a hole in the ground. You can tell me when it's alright,
So no, they didn't do the mashup in that one.
Sometimes artists do certain things only live.
Eh, yes, which is perfectly fine. So, you see what I'm looking at, right?
I see what you're looking at.
Have you heard this before?
I don't know that I have.
Well, now you're gonna be able to say that you have. Well, we're not doing the electronic mix.
Too alarming now to talk it out. Take your pictures down, shake it out. Truth or consequence, say it aloud. And use that evidence, and race it around. There goes my hero, watching as he goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary. Don't the best of them bleed it out, while the rest of them peter out? And truth or consequence, say it aloud. And use that evidence and race it around. There goes my hero, watch him as he goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary. Here's my hero, leaving all the best. You know my hero, the one that shine. There goes my hero, watch him as he goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary. There goes my hero, watch him as he goes. There goes my hero, he's ordinary.
So that is an amazing vocalist doing a cover of another amazing vocalist, even though he does look oddly like the drummer for Nirvana.
Funny how these things happen.
I I was never a big Foo Fighters fan until I started watching a
Always
couple of Dave Grohl videos that popped up in my shorts feed on YouTube. No, that guy is like the best of all of us. So it would seem most of the time.
Yeah, no, Dave Grohl is the possibly one of the best humans on the planet. You know, he's in Tough Running with like Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Just
Which, if you have not seen the Foo Fighters, the movie they put out, Studio 666, that is hilarious. Like
uh,
it's like they are trying so hard to make a horror movie, but they just can't get it.
yeah, Dave Grohl is hilarious,
Well,
right?
Saying that it's like horror.
one of the scenes from the movie, which it's in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. He's like, "No, guys, I got it. This is the riff," and he starts playing it, and one of the guys goes, "Yeah, no, that's Everlong. You already wrote that." But one of the things that sold me on him is right at the start of the pandemic. He was like, they posted it on Facebook, and he's like, "Hey guys, you know me, you know the guy that," and I'm quoting here, the guy that went on stage with two broken fucking legs. Yeah, I'm not doing it during the pandemic. my body, my body can be trashed. I will still go out and perform for you, unless it's going to risk your safety.
Yeah, and that is what a responsible performer would do, right? Um,
Which
in order
that is not
to,
that is not an exaggeration. I have seen the videos where they wheel him on stage because he has two broken
yes,
legs, and he has this
yes,
throne.
yes.
And who can forget Kiss Guy? We're going way off topic here. Who can forget Kiss Guy? The fan that they have brought on stage multiple times to play guitar.
Okay.
it, if you have not seen the video, look up Foo Fighters Kiss Guy. It is hilarious. It is a kid because he can't be much older than barely 18 in the crowd holding a sign that says, "Can I play Monkey Wrench?" And Dave Grohl sees the sign, brings him on stage. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Says, "Do you at least know how to play guitar?" And the guy like rips out a lead real quick, and Dave Grohl goes, "Well, fuck me then." And this kid just tears the absolute hell out of Monkey Wrench, and Dave Grohl is just there. Anyway, one more album. I'm not familiar with this album. I don't recognize any of the names of the songs. You pick it. There's 10 songs.
uh, take home inside.
The title track, sort of.
Yes.
This had better be in French.
C'est comme ça, c'est comme ça, nanana, c'est comme ça, c'est comme ça, nanana, c'est comme ça, c'est comme ça, nanana, c'est comme ça, c'est comme ça, nanana. In a single year,
As someone who slept through a year of French in high school, um, pronunciation was actually pretty good.
Fine, however, not so much. This is what happens when everybody I work with speaks Spanish. I just read things in Spanish.
Which both Latin languages, if you know one, you can more or less figure out the other one
There's
to
a
a degree.
wild difference between those two.
It
Spanish
is.
might actually have stayed truest to Latin. Um, there's a number of jokes about, if you can speak this language and this language, you can speak this other language, right? So, like, if you can speak Spanish and Italian, you know Portuguese. If
I would say well enough to get by as a filthy American, yes. Um,
uh, if if you speak German and English, you probably can hack your way through Dutch, right? Just forget what you're doing with vowels.
to,
Uh,
Or where they all come from.
to be fair, that's kind of just German. The one language that does not fit that would be Russian because it's a completely different. Just that they got upside down letters and shit. And no, not even gonna try. Нет.
actually, if you know Russian, you can speak just about any Slavic language. There is a high level, like an astounding level of intercompatibility between Slavic languages, like something that the West doesn't have.
It- yeah, but the thing is, they're all Slavic languages. Most of ours are Latin based. Most of the West is Latin based.
Uh, yeah, either Romance or Germanic, right? But um, with the exception of the Nordic language, like Norwegian, Swedish, Icelandic, Faroese.
That's a completely
Um,
different. That's a completely different animal right there.
right, but so like Icelandic, Faroese, Norwegian, and Swedish have a reasonable degree of intercompatibility, right? Danish as well, right? German is vastly different from those. English is related, but vastly different from everybody else because of a heavy French influence. But there is more variation between the Romance languages, uh, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and Romanian. There are other Romance languages, Galician, Occitan, Catalonian, right? But there is a wider variation between the Romance languages than there is most of the Germanic languages. And the Slavic language family is tightly related. Like, there is very little difference. It's mostly accent or like specifics of vowels.
Well, you know what the two hardest languages to learn are?
Cantonese and Icelandic.
I was gonna say English and Mandarin.
Uh, they're on
Okay,
the list.
so someone from Great Britain could come to the States and not know what the hell you were talking about because, mind you, both speaking English, but we have so much slang that they don't have over there, and vice versa. It's almost like being in a completely new world.
I showed my kid four panel comic that I stumbled upon one day. Um, and it said, this program has been translated for English audiences. It was originally in American.
Yes.
It's a guy on a phone. Hi, could you send me an elevator? Yes, I have an apartment, and the paint is all French fried.
Okay. I see the
and
joke.
the kid read it, and he's like, "All right, I get two of them, but what's this one?"
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, I don't get what he means by I have an apartment. I said, he's got a flat. And he's like, yeah. I said, in places that aren't America, apartments are generally referred to as flats because they're on one level.
It even even still in your neck of the woods, you can get a flat, whereas in my neck of the woods, we just call it an apartment.
Uh,
I have heard people refer to having a flat
yeah.
in New York.
Uh, yeah, okay.
Everyone's different.
Everyone is different. He's
Like potatoes and potatoes.
Tomatoes and tomatoes.
Yes.
I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay. Thanks, mom and dad. So I I I pick up on that one.
Fucking wreck. Not you. Not you.
Completely off topic. Do you know what Gordon Ramsay did before he was a chef?
uh oh, no I don't.
He was a soccer player.
Huh. I'm
He
not at
got
all surprised.
he got injured and started cooking.
I didn't realize that it's the best thing ever.
Yes. Now
Unless it's raw. It's fucking
we
raw.
there is so much oil on this plate. The U.S. tried to invade it.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Oh,
Yeah, but just just putting this out there. I did not make that up. That is an actual Hell's Kitchen quote. That is a 100% legitimate Hell's Kitchen quote.
I
Um,
mean, he's got some zingers.
he does. There's there's the SNL skit he did with like John Legend. Have you seen
Oh
that one?
wow, I'm gonna have to look that up.
It is great because it's the stereotypical CD commercial, and it's John Legend singing Gordon Ramsay quotes with a special guest appearance from the man himself. And the last one, I don't want to ruin it, but I'm going to. It's the last one, and John Legend singing. Why did the chicken? Why did the chicken? Why did the chicken cross the road? And John Led and not John Gordon Ramsay leans forward and goes, "Cause you didn't fucking cook it." Great video, 10 out of 10 SNL comedy, which is rare for SNL these days. So I've got a video queued up. I know you're not going to complain about listening to this one again. However, granted, they ruin it by putting it in there. This is one or one of the ones that has the mashup. So you see what the mashup is.
Yep.
You know the song. You look at the title. You know the song. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Helps if I unmute it.
Anyway.
doing its thing again.
Yep.
It would be better if my computer would actually play the damn video.
Yeah.
Um, that being said,
Well.
you can see how active of a performer she is.
Oh yeah.
She does not stop moving throughout that entire song. Which, if you've got that,
Yeah. I mean,
if you have that kind of energy, use it. I do not have that kind of energy. Not to mention, I tend to play guitar and sing at the same time, which makes things much more difficult.
yeah. It is difficult to run around a stage playing guitar and singing at the same time. There are people who do it, but it takes a
Um,
lot.
yes, I'm looking for something in particular. It's a 30-second video, so my computer should play it. Should.
But
Very energetic performer. They can't see this. You can. Stopping a fight during a performance. I've seen a lot of
yeah,
people
yeah, I
do
saw that.
that. um, Never joined a cheer squad. I've watched that one. Again, I'm referring to subtitles here.
Haley does
But
not regret headbanging.
she actually injured her neck. She injured her neck and had to have
Oh
surgery
shit!
because of her headbanging.
Wow.
That's a Jimmy Fallon segment. And he goes, "So you're not going to do that anymore, right?" Or something to that effect. And she goes, "No, still
No,
am."
I'm doing. Right. Middle Tennessee. There are two kinds of music: country and western. No, it's country and metal. Right. So
It really is. Yeah. Oh, this is the one. So somebody's getting fired. This is a great video. Only because of her reaction.
How hard would it be to fight up a castle's spiral staircase?
Okay.
We decided to fly to Poland and find a castle so we could test it out. The whole premise comes from the fact that if I'm
Excuse my computer being on crack.
He's right, though. It would be incredibly hard to fight your way up a castle staircase. They are made for defense, not offense.
Yes. And now I got to scroll through all of them again.
Now, the fun part here is that if you build a left-handed castle, you can mess up everybody's whole day.
Yes, but typically when people were building castles, left-handed people were considered to be the work of the devil.
Yeah, so imagine invading somebody's castle who's left-handed.
Because Baba Boucher women on the devil.
So was that foosball. Speaking of people fighting for relevance, doesn't Adam Sandler have a new movie coming out soon?
It's okay, I've
Yeah,
already.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
It's the sequel to
wait,
Happy Gilmore.
wait. I should rephrase that. Doesn't Adam Sandler have like 10 movies coming out soon?
Yes, and I think I've seen them all.
If you
I will say, I'm sorry, but Adam Sandler's not that funny much anymore.
at this point, if you've seen one Adam Sandler movie, you have seen all of them.
Yeah,
Self-deprecating humor,
he
mentioning
has
his
the same
egg-shaped head.
every single one.
We're kind of stepping over each other. Self-deprecating humor, mentioning his egg-shaped head.
Uh, Goofy but somehow endearing. As a creepy best friend, and the one you wouldn't trust.
Wait,
That would be Steve Buscemi. That's
wait.
Steve Buscemi and Rob Schneider.
Okay.
Okay.
They're always played by the same
And
actors.
in the end, he is going to get the girl.
What's that last one? Clarify. Clarify.
Uh, in the end, Amber's character is always going to get whoever the female lead is, right?
It's
Because that was
probably Drew Barrymore. And even if it's not, she is entirely out of his league.
I would like to agree here. I've somehow
We have a hot
feel like Drew Barrymore would disagree with me. And the whole resolution of the movie is going to take place in 5 minutes.
You mean to tell me there's going to be an entire movie of build-up only for it to get resolved in the last 5 minutes?
Maybe not the last 5 minutes, but the entire thing is going to come together in about 5 minutes.
And we're blending.
Will it blend?
If you've seen the movie, you get the reference. Anyway, back to Haley Williams, and somebody's getting fired. Pay attention. Oh, come on. Consummate performer does not miss her mark and changes the lyrics. I am pretty sure opera was paused. Opera was muted throughout all that. You want to watch it again?
Yeah, let's go for it because that's going to be just as good the second time around.
Oh, yes, it is. Hopefully, my computer actually plays it this time. One more time around. All right.
And then she just joyfully skips away. I'm gonna get to rock bottom. I'm gonna get to rock bottom.
It,
But
she
it,
she
from the performers,
she is very much going to get to rock bottom of who fucked that up.
from the performers' point of view, like yeah, you've got pyrotechnics going off when they shouldn't be. Uh, you've designed a show for the show, and the idea is to not be in the way of the pyrotechnics. And when they're going off when they shouldn't be, you are going to be in the way of the pyrotechnics. This is a safety issue, and yes, absolutely, she needs to get to rock bottom. I totally understand, and somebody definitely got fired.
it, hey, Beyonce did it. She can too.
Ew.
However, what does not come across in that video is how close to that pyrotechnic she was.
You can see it on her face.
You can see it in the way that she looks at it because she does not look back and up. She looks up.
Yeah.
Her hair
And
may
then
be
delivers
red.
the next line.
Her hair may be red, or actually, it might have been blonde in that one. I couldn't quite tell. But that does not mean she wants it to literally be on fire.
Um, yeah.
As someone who has a little bit of red in their hair, I'm sure you understand.
Uh, I've, I've got more than a. Well, I guess I can't say that now. I've got a lot less red in my hair than what I
Hey,
did. As
hey,
somebody who
hey,
definitely had a whole red in their hair.
Hate to break it to you, big brother. You got more gray than red these days.
Uh, Not to be Abe Simpson or anything, but it'll happen to you. It'll happen to you.
No, because I have enough money to walk to Dollar General and get some hair dye, kind of like that does.
Right. I'm not dyeing my hair. Just make it gray. I'm fine
um,
with that.
and I see our muted cousin over there who's indicating, "Hey, I'm ginger as well."
No, I was just saying I dye my hair too.
You would dye your hair too?
I dye my hair. I have dyed it.
I thought you were naturally a ginger.
You know, I can have a different personas. I am a day walker. Okay, get it right. Every
You
ginger
sparkle
follows
with
God before me,
Cousin,
including my boss. Oh, he's not my boss. I mean, he's a manager at work. He's also a ginger, and I told him that he needed to bow down before me.
cousin, you live in Arizona. You have no choice but to be a day walker. That's all you got.
Yeah, the rest of these motherfucking gingers are capital P lowercase y.
Once again, my youngest brother watches this. You'll notice I have been attempting to censor myself. Please do so.
Never.
You got to watch the F bombs. Um,
I muted myself. Can't say Kentucky mushrooms. Okay.
okay. So we've been going for a while. We probably should wrap it up. However, you can see something
Yeah.
they can't. You'll also see I've watched that video. We need to come to these guys at some point.
Yes.
Have you
Um,
seen? Have you seen any of their videos?
a great deal.
So you agree? Eh, I watched one the other day. I was not a fan of the vocalist. This vocalist in particular, I am a big fan of. She has an amazing voice.
Yes, I agree. Uh, I I think this one is probably the best vocalist, at least my favorite vocalist that they've performed with. Um, I don't know that there are many vocalists they've worked with that I've, you know, not enjoyed.
So I'm gonna do
Right?
something.
Like I think they make.
I'm gonna go off script for a little bit. By the way, cousin, you've got a comment in our comment section. Um, I'm gonna go off script. I want to play this video.
Um, okay, that will have to be the last one because I got to get rolling after that.
That yes, we've been going for between both parts at least 2 hours. Mute opera for the ad.
I need to continue the thing I started, but let this run. I can hear.
Yep. That would be your uncle. Oh, he's popped off Discord. He has. Oh, he's back again. That
I'm
would be
sorry.
your uncle.
I'm out in the garage, so I can't look at chat while I'm in the garage using my cellular device.
Well,
The stuff is
your
inside.
your your uncle, my father, says looking good. He complimented you.
Yeah, do you know what compliments do to me? They make me weird.
Yes, your head's gonna
My
get so big
whole
you can't
life,
fit through the
I
door.
have got nothing but disrespect, and why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? So compliments to me are new. I don't know how to process that. I take all the negativity and try to make myself better. But no, it's too fluffing. I'm trying to censor myself for you, Drake. I'm trying to censor myself for you. Okay? Except for when I'm on my own channel, and then my own channel. So, looking good, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
one last video, cousin. We will come back to you in just a second.
I know, we'll probably end up going on YouTube and watching Jake Monroe again.
I've got something I need to do after this, which is eat. I've been drinking on an empty stomach, which is the best of
A terrible idea.
ideas.
What's
Don't listen to him. Drink on an empty stomach. Get drunk cheaper.
what's emptic? You said on a emptic.
I've been drinking. I said empty. Cole knew what I was
Irony.
talking about. Anyway, brass against.
Front in mouth and head up asshole. What you talking about? Difficult to dance round this one till you pull it out. Boy, you must have been so high. You must have been so high. Steel bottle reefer, save your shady friends. Kangaroo done hung that jury with the innocents. Now you're weaving shades of coals and indigo. Got lemon juice up in your eyes.
Just a spectacular vocalist.
Yeah, absolutely amazing vocalist. Sophia
Especially
Urist was.
especially with that scream right at the end. That was mm,
Um, and she does a number of Tool, Rage Against the Machine, and I think they do somebody else's covers with her.
um which
Body Slave?
I'm not sure. We will at some point touch on Brass Against and honestly probably Tool as well.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Primus goes on the list at some point as well. Um, so currently, we were talking about a list, and Kate actually wrote down a list, right? So we're working on the Philadelphia artists. If you want to go ahead and do Philly next week,
We can do that. I will say
um,
you can see it. They can't. Their most recent video, I watched it like minutes after it came out because I just happened to be looking at my phone when the notification popped up.
oh, I did not see that.
It
I'm
is
gonna.
I I am not a fan of that vocalist.
Oh, okay.
And when we touch on Brass Against, we will go into that. I'm sure they will have more songs by then. That particular vocalist, I'm just not a fan of.
Um,
That may not
I
have been the song for her.
I do feel like they try to tailor, you know, song to vocalist matchups.
Yes, I think that one may have been a misstep. I
Yeah,
would have to
okay.
watch. I would have to watch more with that vocalist before I came up with an actual. Yeah, but that particular song did not fit her. And if you watch it, you'll more than likely see why I'm saying that. The band,
Right. I like Brass Against, so there's a pretty good chance, and I like that song. There's a pretty good chance that I'm gonna go back and probably in the next day or two watch that.
um, it could just be that particular song did not fit her. I need to watch more of their videos. I really do. Um,
Um,
Filter.
yes.
I
Samuel
don't.
Hope is a pretty solid vocalist as well. Uh, the couple that I've seen with Cuneo, um, they are definitely tailoring towards his vocal style with the songs they're doing with him. Um, ooh, Toxicity with Cuneo. That's interesting. Um,
Um, Outshine. Cherub Rock. I'm a big Smashing Pumpkins fan. Um, they've got Sophia doing aerials.
Sophia does a lot of Rage Against the Machine, aerials. Yeah, okay, I can see that.
I would not actually pick her out as a rock vocalist. I would pick her out more as a jazz vocalist. However, she's got the ability to do. I mean, she pulled off Tool. I am a rock vocalist. I don't think I'd be able to pull off Tool.
Depends on the song. Maynard has some exceptionally hard vocal
It,
parts. Yeah.
the pot I would say is one of them. They've also got Sophia doing Uninvited, which is Alanis Morissette. Now, once we pop off, I'm watching that video. I'm not. I am not afraid to admit I love me some Alanis Morissette.
Yeah. Good
She
music
is
is good music.
she is one of Canada's top 3 exports.
The others being
Ryan Reynolds,
Poutine and Shoulders. Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Okay. I guess he has
Ryan
to replace
Reynolds,
Poutine.
Ryan Reynolds, and I do like maple syrup.
All right, then you got to give Canada a top five list of experts. It has to be, Ryan Reynolds, Alanis Morissette, uh, maple syrup, poutine, and Kobe Smulders.
Aside from the poutine, which I am not, I know more or less what it is. I'm not familiar with it. Um, okay, okay. Granted, I know what poutine is. I'm not afraid to give it a shot. I mean, I also kind of want to try haggis, but that's beside the point. I'm adventurous when it comes to food, man.
Thanks for tuning into our Monday night food review.
Next Monday, we will be touching on Philadelphia artists. I
Or
do believe.
cheesesteaks.
Uh, see, now you're just making me hungry. Damn it. Um, I do believe Mom said that Cinderella is originally out of Philly. I will
Oh
leave
yeah,
it.
that's nice.
I is that what your list is? Philly artists.
No, I've actually got two lists going here. One is the things we were talking about doing for the show, and the other off to the side is specifically a Philadelphia artists list. Sorry, you have to deal with my
Oh,
bad handwriting, and it's reversed.
we've got another one from Mom. Robbie Robertson was from Canada. Yes.
Wait, okay, fine. To be fair, Canada has more than a top five exports. The amount of lumber America buys from Canada is definitely. Yeah, I knew that part too, but I wasn't gonna include her.
Yeah.
So is Celine Dion, but I also wasn't going.
My heart will go on just fine if I never hear that song again, or watch Titanic for that matter. I about made Cole spit up his drink. I did good. Don't you even start, cousin. I picked up I picked up what you were laying down, and
All
I'm
right,
gonna leave
well,
it right there. Um,
my heart to go on and lay down. So I think it's about time for me to get out of here. Sorry, guys.
Speaking of leaving things there, we will catch you next week covering Philly artists. As always, QR code down in the bottom of the screen, partially covering cousin Richard right now. If you feel like leaving us a tip, if you want me to go back to the old microphone, let me know in the comments. I'm assuming you're watching this after the fact. If you want me to keep
If
the
you want Kurt to get a computer that can actually handle the stream in one shot, so we don't wind up with, albeit hilarious, cutoffs like the one we did earlier tonight, it's a dry rain. Perhaps scan the QR code.
I am in the process of building another computer. It's going to cost me about $3,000. So by all means, scan that QR code. I could use the money. The faster we get that built, the faster this stream gets better. We will see you next week.
Remember, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Unless it's raining. Wait, that's Washington. All right, I'm in it there before I keep coming up with puns.